If you need to resize photos in Photoshop for an SSC form and keep the file size under 10 kilobytes to 50 kilobytes, this video will walk you through the easiest safe method step by step. Whether you're preparing a passport photo, signature, or any document image, the goal is to keep the picture clear while making sure it meets the exact size limits required by the form. This can save you a lot of time and frustration, especially if the upload keeps getting rejected. If this guide helps you, please hit the like button and subscribe for more simple Photoshop tutorials. Now let's jump right in. First, open your photo in Photoshop. Once the image is loaded, go to the top menu and click Image, then choose Image Size. This is where you can control the dimensions of your photo, and reducing the dimensions is one of the fastest ways to reduce file size. In the width box, set the size somewhere between 300 and 600 pixels, depending on how large the image currently is and how much detail you need to keep. Make sure the height stays on auto so the ratio remains locked and the image does not get stretched or distorted. This is very important for SSC format images because you want the photo to stay natural and properly proportioned. Next, set the resolution to 72 dpi. For web uploads and online forms, 72 dpi is usually enough, and it helps keep the file size smaller. After that, make sure Resample is enabled and select Preserve Details 2.0 if it is available. This helps Photoshop reduce the image size while keeping more of the image clarity intact. The important thing to remember here is that smaller dimensions usually mean a smaller file size, so if your image is still too heavy later, you can always come back and reduce the width a little more. Once your image size is set, click OK to apply the changes. Now we move to the most important part of the process, which is exporting the image with file size control. Go to File, then choose Export and click Save for Web. If you see Save for Web Legacy, select that option. This tool is extremely useful because it lets you preview the final file size before saving, which is exactly what you need when trying to stay within a strict range like 10 kilobytes to 50 kilobytes. In the export window, choose JPEG as the format. JPEG is usually the best choice for photos because it gives a good balance between quality and compression. Start with the quality setting around 40 to 60. This is often the sweet spot for form photos, but the exact number will depend on your image. As you adjust the quality, keep an eye on the file size display, usually shown in the bottom left area of the preview window. Your goal is to get the final file size between 10 kilobytes and 50 kilobytes without making the image look blurry or overly compressed. If the file is still too large, don't worry, you can fine-tune it. First, reduce the width a little more, maybe down to 250 to 400 pixels if needed. Then lower the JPEG quality to somewhere between 30 and 50. Make small changes and keep checking the preview until you hit the right size. On the other hand, if the file becomes too small and drops below 10 kilobytes, increase the quality slightly so the image stays usable and doesn't look damaged. This balancing step is the key to getting the exact file size that SSC form websites often require. A good tip is to make one change at a time. If you change width and quality together too aggressively, you may end up with a photo that is either too small, too blurry, or too large again. So work slowly, preview the result, and save only when the file size falls inside the required range. Once you're satisfied, click Save and choose a location on your computer. Give the file a clear name so you can easily find it when uploading to the form. And that's it. You've now learned how to resize photos in Photoshop for SSC form requirements and get the file under 10 kilobytes to 50 kilobytes using the right dimensions, resolution, and export settings. This method works well because it gives you control over both the visual quality and the final file size. If this video helped you, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more helpful Photoshop and form filling tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.